I'll hand you over to Richard now. He's not going to keep you too long, I don't think. Here you go, Richard.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, Lady Captain, Lady Vice Captain, Mr. Vice Captain, Mr. Past Captain, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, it gives me great pleasure to address you today as the Captain of County Armagh Golf Club in 2015. It is certainly an honour, one of which I do my utmost to be worthy of. I have to thank our past Captain Pat for nominating me as his Vice Captain. I know he worked extremely hard for the club over the last few years. Captaincy should be an enjoyable occasion right throughout. This last number of years have been very challenging. Pat lived up to this challenge and set in motion a recovery plan for the club. Pat, I hope things will be a wee bit easier for me. I also understand that one of the perks you get for being a captain is that when you finish your year, you get a 2-shot increase in your handicap. I certainly look forward to that. Seriously though, when I think of all the past captains who have gone before me, I think of all they've done for both the club, the city of Armagh and the surrounding areas. Life sometimes is about taking strange decisions, and as an 18-year-old made a decision which undoubtedly changed my life. When my mother forbade me to play 2 rugby games, one for my school in Newry in the morning and one for Newry Rugby Club in the afternoon, I sneaked off to Armagh in my £40 helmet to join Armagh Rugby Club. In my first game at the Cathedral Grounds in September 1971, I met the likes of Eric Hamilton, Dougie Somerville and Beachy Hughes, who played for that third team that day, and I'm glad to say I consider them still friends 43 years later. I eventually made it into the first team that year, and the captain of the rugby club in that year was no other than our John Flack, who also played for Armagh at that time. I played rugby for Armagh for over 35 years, only retiring reluctantly because I was getting too slow and taking too many knocks. I then made the well-worn path from Palace Grounds to Palace Demesne in 1988. I followed in the footsteps of Maurice Stevenson, David Hanson, Adrian Clark, Paddy Duffy, Bill Jennings, Brian Hanna, Alan Johnson, to name just a few who made up the hill. With both Eric, Maurice, Paddy and John all playing prominent positions for both the rugby club and the golf club. But my first introduction to the golf club was not a very good one. I'd had lessons as a 12-year-old with Don Patterson in Warren Point, and I played a wee bit of society golf, so I knew the basics of swinging a club. As I say, I joined the club in 1988, when on the 11th green, going for a birdie in the GT Cup, I was approached by a certain Jack Moore, who accused me of slow play and holding the whole course up. Maybe I was taking too long over that putt. Fortunately, one of my 4-ball knew Jack quite well and was able to stand up to him, pointing out that the course was already backed up. In fact, there was a 4-ball sitting on the 12th trying to tee off as well. So I think Jack has forgiven me because he picked me for his member of his Rossmore Cup winning team in 1994. I'm also glad to say that Jack hasn't changed much over the years and still can put any young golfer, indeed any older golfer, in his place. Can I say though that he rang me yesterday to wish me all the best for the year and offered to help me in any way he can. I think it's the measure of the man. So my relationship with golf began, and if I'm brutally honest, it drives me mad most of the time. Here I am, a reasonably intelligent person with a good hand-to-eye coordination. Sometimes when I connect, I can hit the ball long and straight, but other times, as most people can see, sometimes I put the ball on the rugby club pitches. Whereas most people can catch, run or kick a ball, be it oval or round, golf is not so simple. It can be the most frustrating game ever invented. And there have been many times when I've asked myself, why did I put myself through so much torture? I've even tried to inflict so much pain on my wife and my 3 children in getting them to play golf. Anne herself says she's not a very competitive person, but anyone in her company, usually Margaret and you, when she plays that odd bad shot, will hear some very unladylike language. In her defence, Anne has allowed me the opportunity to play both rugby and golf, and there are times, I'm sure, when she brought up our 3 children in a one-parent family. We even tried to get the boys involved in golf, but we realised that when Christopher was more intent in catching frogs at the lakes, the golf was not for him. John at least has given it a second chance, second go, and if time permits and Deborah allows, he might make a half-decent golfer. Simon, seeing the frustrations of these for his parents, would prefer to use his many talents to write about and also maybe film golf. So I've been blessed with very good help, a very supportive wife and family and friends, and the opportunity to represent County Armagh Golf Club as your captain. I will do this to the best of my ability. When I made that decision 43 years ago to join the rugby club, it gave me the opportunity to meet some wonderful new people in Armagh. If I hadn't joined the rugby club, I would certainly not be standing here today as your captain. As for my hopes and aspirations for the year, I hope we have a wonderful year both on and off the course. We have a wonderful setup here, a beautiful course with great facilities. And what is more, we have people around our club, people who work long hours for all our benefit, sponsors who support our club in very difficult financial times. We just need to realise that we, the members, are the real assets of any club, and we need to get working closer together. And certainly I would echo what Pat said about the ladies in this club. We need to more of our younger people take up the game, and I encourage anybody with any time in their hand to help out here. We need people to support the club and play in our major fundraising competition in May and buy tickets in our new draw. We need more people to do more work around the club. We need to forget that we're not Rory McIlroy or playing at Augusta, that we're playing on a beautiful parkland course in the cathedral city of Armagh amongst friends. Irrespective of how we play, we should be grateful for our health to enjoy the fresh air and the scenery, and retire to the bar and restaurant to enjoy the company of others. Come to the end of it now. We need to reflect how fortunate we are to be able to play golf, however badly, and be able to share this experience with others. Remind me, all of you, this when things get tough. Please, things will get tough at times. But once again, I thank you for being the honour of the captain of County Armagh Golf Club. Thank you.